All right, folks, it's a new day and a new partial patch. Except it's night in game. It's always night in game. I should have moved to the desert. Hello, fellow Novians. Welcome to another episode. My name is Rob, and today we're talking about the 0.7 patch in Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Epsilon. In Beta 1 of 0.24 patch. So we're still on the 0.24 sequences of patches. So this one did not add too much, as it's just a point patch and not really a main patch. But what it did add is pretty cool. So let's take a look at that. And we're also going to segue from talking about the patch to talking about talents and what they mean. So let's jump right into it. If you haven't noticed, we now have some new channels here on the text box down in the corner here. We have general chat, which used to be support chat. At one point, there were people from NQ who sat in support chat and helped out players with questions. And then at some point, those people got pulled out of support chat, and support chat became general chat, but they didn't rename it. So now we actually have a general chat, and support chat is back. We now have the help chat, which is monitored by NQ employees. So we've gone full circle. They left the game, and now they're back. So if you have an issue, post that in help chat, and hopefully somebody from NQ will help you out. I mean, obviously they don't stay up 24 hours a day, but you're more than likely to get somebody than you were when nobody was monitoring it. Other players are also try to help you out in there, so good stuff. But if you just want to have a nice chat with your fellow Novians, you now have the general chat, right? What else did we get added? Well, we got added the stuck command. Now, how does that work? Well, if you just type /stuck, it will remove you from whatever structure you're in, or if you're underground, it'll pop you to the surface. So what is that good for? Well, if somebody buries you or claims a tile you're digging and then you're like stuck under there, or you get stuck in a voxel, like let's say I'm working back here and I get stuck in between the fuel tank and my storage container and I can't get out, and my only thing is to hit escape and force respawn and just lose all my stuff in my inventory. Well, now we have the /stuck command, and all you do is you open this up. You type /stuck. Is that how you spell stuck? No, I don't think so. I think that's how you spell stush. You type /stuck and / I can't type apparently. / I apparently still can't type. / /unstuck is the command. /unstuck. Boop. And now I am underwater. Okay, great. It popped me off of my ship and off the landing pad. But if I was stuck, that is a much, much better method of getting out of trouble than force respawning and dropping your inventory. So, yeah. Now, the other thing they added, which used to be a feature in the game, but then they removed it for some reason because they said, oh, people will abuse this. Well, you know, with the state of the game, we kind of need it, and that is the fetch command. So the way the fetch command works is it will move your ship from wherever it is to right in front of you. It only works within 4 kilometers, so you can't fetch a ship from another planet, and it has a cooldown of 24 hours. So if you use it and then you get your ship stuck again, you are SOL, unless you want to wait 24 hours or try in help chat to see if somebody can get it for you or put a support ticket in. But otherwise, it is a handy feature. So the way that works is you open up your map, you go to your constructs list, right? This does not work if you do not own the thing that is stuck. The person who owns it will have to do this. But you can see right here, like my Scantron Max, I can right click and I get this option called fetch. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to have to be on a 24-hour cooldown in case something does get stuck. But you would click that and it would put the construct right in front of you. So it's good if your ship is stuck in the air or on the ground. You now have a means to get it down. So yeah, we got the new chat channels. We got those 2 commands to help us out. We've got 3 new tutorials at the VR stations: the gunnery tutorial, the RDMS tutorial, and the advanced construction tutorial. I have not actually done them yet, but I'm going to head over there and do those when I get a chance, because hopefully they give the same amount that the other tutorials give, and I would not mind another 150,000 free money, not to mention the skill points. So yeah, plus I want to see how decent those tutorials are, and I know next to nothing about gunning, so maybe that'll be helpful. So the next thing that they added, which is pretty much the most important thing, I think, in all of this, you may disagree, but it is the reapply talents on construct. So we have a new option. If you right click on the construct, you have this new option that says reapply talents on construct. Now what does that do? That reapplies the talents to every element on your construct to the highest level that you have. So if you give build permission to somebody with, like, let's say all their talents are at 5 for ship construction. So they have level 5 atmospheric engines, level 5 space engines, level 5 atmospheric boosters, level 5 and wings, etc., etc. They can just go in here and click reapply talents on construct. And when you click that, you get this little window. This will apply your highest when put down on deploy unlocked talents to this construct, if better than the active ones. So that means that if I have a friend who has, like, let's say level 5 engines and level 5 space engines, and I have level 5 vertical boosters and level 5 wings, we can both run this command and it will take our highest level skills from both of us and apply those to the build. So, it applies my level 5s to the boosters and the wings, and then my friend will apply the level 5s to the engines. And then if I find somebody else who has level 5 on maybe like railguns or something, they could use that command. Alternatively, you can go to an element and go to advanced, and you have the same thing, reapply talents on element. And that just does the reapply talents to that specific element. Now, I guess there are use cases where that would be helpful, I guess, if you just wanted to, like, give someone build rights on just your containers for, like, container boosting and not give them build rights on the whole ship. That could be useful. But otherwise, pretty much this reapply talents on construct is the best thing since sliced bread. And why do I say that? Well, before, in order to apply the talents, you had to pull the components off of your ship and put them back, and necessarily not you. So, like, if I went to, let's say, Crash Industries, and I hired one of those guys to boost all of my components, they would have to pull every single component on this ship off and then put it back down. And who knows what might happen to their computer while that's going on. I've had issues where I've pulled off like half the wings and then my computer game crashed, and then you lose that entire stuff. So then you have to put everything back by hand. It's just a pain. So this kind of changes everything as far as talents. So let's segue from that into what am I talking about when I'm talking about talents? What is this crazy person talking about? He keeps saying talents, but I have no idea what talents are. Well, let's look at those, okay? If I hit F2 and I go into, let's say, piloting, right? You have these handling tools, not tools, skills. So if I look at, let's say, atmospheric engine handling, you see how this says plus 10% max thrust when put down? Well, that applies to engines that you put down. So this is what they talk about when they say talent. So if somebody says, like, oh, I have level 5 atmospheric handling, I can I can put your engines to level 5. Well, that's going to give me a plus 50% max thrust when they put that down. And now they don't actually have to put that down. They could just right click and apply the talents like we just showed, right? Reapply talents on construct. So if they had the level 5s, now they can just reapply those talents and it goes poof, you have level 5. But you can see all of these, like plus 5% airfoil max power when put down, plus 2% thrust to atmospheric engines, hover engines, and airfoils. So there's a ton of very useful handling skills that give you very good boosts to your ship. I mean, who doesn't want 50% extra max thrust, right? That's going to make your ship go from being to being yeah. Same thing with hover engines, fuel tanks, etc., etc. You have handling skills for like tank volume. You also have handling skills for types of fuels. So if I go to inventory, I think it's under inventory manager, container proficiency, no, stock control. If I look at fuel tank optimization, this one gives you minus 5% fuel tank capacity mass when put down. So now your fuel tank's way less, right? And container optimization gives you minus 5% container capacity mass when put down. So now your container's way less. So if you have level 5 in like all of the cool things that go into putting down a spaceship, then your talents are in very high demand because people want their ships boosted to the maximum, right? If you can boost your stuff, why wouldn't you do it? So those skills take a long time. Like right now I'm training up a level 5 and one of my handling skills, and it's like 7 days to get to level 4 and like 2 weeks to get to level 5. It's crazy. So, you know, those things are worth it. So if you have somebody who can give you level 5 boosts, go for it. There is really no way to determine if your stuff is already boosted. So if you buy it and it's not boosted already, the only way you can really tell is if you find somebody with level 5 boosts and you have them reapply the boosts and your stats go up here, then you know those boosts weren't applied. But there's really no way to actually tell. I know one of the things that people have been proposing is to like put a tier icon next to it, like an engine or something like that, so it tells you exactly what's been boosted, especially like in your maybe in your elements here it could say like tier 5 aileron or something, you know. But otherwise the only way to tell is to see these numbers go up in your build helper. And that is where I am going to call it for now. You can obviously read the patch notes on the website or go to the Discord. They're all listed there as well. Yeah. Foxo crash. That's part of known issues. Never mind. So I was looking at the patch notes and I was like, oh, they fixed the white screens. Oh no, that's just something they know about. So great. So if you liked this video, don't forget to smack that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for future content updates and hit that notification button to be notified every time I post a video. If there's something you specifically would like to know about in this game that I have not covered, please, by all means, leave a comment in the comment section saying, hey, could you cover this? Right now, I am working on videos for RDMS. I'm working on why detection zones suck in space, and another one on player shops. So if there's something else that you'd like to know about, like gunner's chairs, how do they work? I don't actually know, but hopefully I can go take this new training and figure it out, or I can talk to some people who actually use gunner's chairs and get some hands-on time so I can pass on that knowledge to you. Anyway, that is all I have for today. I will see you out there in space. Stay safe.